Hello everyone. I was just encoding overloaded. I don't know why. I don't have anything running and Uruguay Masters isn't that intensive, so I don't know why it was complaining about it. But hello everyone, I'm Teto and we are going to play some Not-Starfield. Starfield comes out tomorrow, the early access, but we are going to play some Star Control because this is pretty much what all the space exploration games are more or less based on or inspired by. So this isn't the real Star Control music. This is, well, I'm sorry, I didn't mean real. This is the Uruguayan Masters HD music. I just like the music so much I wanted to put it on the background for here. Also, the funny thing is that this background you see with the new game pulsating is actually a GIF because when you run the game, if you wait for 5 seconds or something like that, it jumps to the credit screen with different music, so I had to do it manually like this, which is kind of silly, but yeah. Also, look at the top left screen, top left corner of the screen. I'm in a stream team now. It's called Asphoris on Twitch. It's really nice. So, I'm a furry on Twitch now, in case it wasn't clear before this. But now it's clearer, I guess. Okay, so, if everything works as it should, which it usually doesn't, when I run Uruguay Masters, it should load it on top of this one. This gift, I mean. And okay, it did. Nice. So you saw it kinda suddenly flashed a little bit because it took time for the OBS to actually capture the stream. Not stream, but the game source. But now we can actually play this game. And if I close this, it shows the GIF again because that's how I made it. But we have to turn off the music because it's coming from Foobar instead of the game. Because there's no music here. There's only music in the game. I mean, yeah. This is just basically the DOS screen for this. So how this game basically works is that there's two game modes. The first one is the space exploration and fly to places, see places, collect resources, interact with aliens and all that. And the other mode is the super melee. Every time you go into combat, it basically loads a super melee. And with how it works is that you just have two ships fighting each other until one side dies. Or runs out of ships, I mean, or escapes, because you can escape with your mothership, but no one else can escape from you. And we are starting with Star Control 2 because Star Control 1 is actually strategic. That's the word I can pronounce. Strategy game. Strategy game. It's a strategy game. It's basically, yeah, it's like a turn-based RTS to some degree, and every time, like in this game, every time two fleets meet, you go into super melee. But we are not going to do super melee because I'm horrible with it. So let's go to the new game. There's no voice acting, so I'm in the intro, so I'm going to read it as well as I can. So I really love this game. That's one of the reasons we are going to play it. I'm not sure if this is going to be a full playthrough because I'm probably going to fail with the time triggers, and also Starfield is coming tomorrow. But yeah, there were many great battles. This is actually describing the first game. Earth and her partners in the alliance of 3 stars against the evil Urguan and its hierarchy of battle trolls. I practiced this, but I still can't speak it properly. And the Urguan were winning. Meanwhile, on the edge of the known frontier, an amazing discovery was made. Far beneath the surface of an unexplored alien world, music is so good. A huge underground city filled with the technological wonders of an advanced alien race, the Precursors. Hello, Kokomo, welcome. Thanks for the tale. who vanished 1,000 centuries ago. But then the main urban fleet broke through the Alliance's defensive line, isolating the planet, stranding the scientists 100 light years away from Earth. They waited hopefully for a rescue vessel, ready to dodge a dart, which never came. I don't think I'll be able to dodge it. 20 years have passed. We, the survivors of the research mission, have colonized this world. Here it comes. We continued our investigation of the underground city. We have discovered its purpose. The music changes. Finish. It is a factory. A factory for building starships. Actually, this music is supposed to change, but it didn't for some reason. There aren't enough materials to make a complete vessel. This is the precursor vessel. We can finish only the skeleton of one starship. But that must be enough. Because you must captain the vessel and return to Earth with exclamation mark. I'm just going to yell it. To travel the great distance, you must push through into the hyperspace. Also, this is one of the best game arts in any game ever. I really like it. Find out what has happened over those many years. These many years, sorry. Tell Earth of our plight. And if the war with the Urguan still rages, fight for Earth and the Alliance as well as you can. I will definitely fight the Urguan. And then we start from solar system and the sun. Okay, so... Oh, I didn't mean to start moving. Oh no, please stop before we go anywhere. I think we are stopped. Okay, we are stopped. But first of all, I want to change the name of our ship. It's in game, I think. Settings. Captain. Ditto. Captain Ditto. Flagship is going to be Derpbox. Starship Derpbox. Main menu. Exit menu. Navigate. So, how this game works is you explore star systems, you know, like in Mass Effect. And then you land on planets, like in Mass Effect. And explore the planets, like in Mass Effect. And find some resources or some other things, like in Mass Effect. And then you go outside and meet some aliens, like in Mass Effect. They have actually said that Star Control 2 was a huge inspiration for them. Which makes sense, but we are going to go Earth first. I know there's many ways you can do the beginning, but I want to hear most of the dialogue from Captain Hayes and, well, everything else that is going on in here. So let's go to Earth first. Also, you get to meet the Urguans instantly.
Attention, interloper.
This is what reapers are based on.
Recorded message. This drone vessel speaks with the voice and authority of Urquan. You are trespassing within Urquan space. This world, Earth, may not be approached for any reason, nor will hostilities against our orbital platform be tolerated. In addition, your ship does not respond to standard hierarchy identification transmissions, and is therefore deemed to be independent. This is not permissible. Only subservience shall be tolerated. This drone now leaves to inform the Urquan of your transgressions. You are commanded to remain here and await the arrival of the Urquan. Disobedience will be punished.
Yes. I really like the Urguan. It's nice. Their voice is great. Also, I don't remember what I was supposed to say. Oh, yeah, keyword. Our station. Not your station, our station. And that's Earth. Let's go to Earth first. There's not much to see, honestly, but still. Yes, Earth. This is the planet scanning thing, but we can't really scan it. It just says blip, weirdly, because you can't go through this slave shield. Spoilers, they actually mention it soon. But yeah, you can even land here. Earth is locked, basically. Let's go meet sorry, Captain Hayes.
Attention unidentified space vessel. I am Starbase Commander Hayes of the slave planet Earth.
Right.
Our hyperwave broadcast is extremely weak. Situation critical. Energy cores exhausted. Scanners and deep radar are non-functional. We cannot identify your vessel. Are you the scheduled hierarchy resupply ship? Repeat. Are you the resupply vessel?
And yes, this game is fully voice acted on the alien side. The nice dialogue is not. I'm going to read it. But yes, this game actually has a branching dialogue to some degree. It usually goes back to the first menu, basically. It is sort of semi-branching, I guess. Sometimes it's fully branching, but yeah. No, this is the Starship box, but we stand ready to assist you.
The Starship what? Never mind, look. We won't last much longer. Here's our situation. According to our oath of fealty to the Urquan, we must maintain the starbase, but we have no space vessels of our own. And the shield prevents us from contacting Earth, so we're totally dependent on the Urquan supply vessels for everything we need up here. We know there's a hierarchy base on the surface of the moon, but we can't contact them. The Urquan were supposed to resupply the base at regular 5-year intervals, but we haven't received anything in almost 8 years. What we don't recycle, we can usually synthesize, but to do so we need replacement radioactives for our generator energy cores. If you could bring us some radioactive elements, we can fabricate the cores ourselves. Are you willing to help us?
Of course I am. Where can we find the radioactive elements you need?
The fastest way to get radioactives in this system would be to land on Mercury and scour the surface for deposits of radioactive elements. But be careful. Mercury is a pretty inhospitable place. Watch out for earthquakes and those high-temperature areas.
Alright, we will leave now and find the elements you
Thanks,
require.
I'll make sure to mention this the next time I talk with our masters. I'm sure they will reward you.
Oh, they're not going to reward me for this. They are going to really hate us for doing this, but we are going to do it anyway. Let's not go to Moon yet, because it is the story place, basically. Let's fly to Jupiter, I think. I know he said let's go to Mercury, but Mercury is a horrible place. Let's go to Jupiter's moons. I think it was Jupiter that had some decent stuff in it. I mean, decent resources. We're going to land on most of the planets at some point, but not right now. Because I turned around... Oh, actually, I got lucky. I turned around so that I can easily slow down in space, but apparently we flew straight to Jupiter. So let's go to the first moon. Now I can... So scanning. So scan. Let's auto-scan all. It shows us there's some red and orange dots here, but nothing else. That's fine. Let's land. And I have to remember the buttons now. I tested it, but... Okay, enter shoots. Or X shoots. Okay, good. Let's get some of the resources and let's try not to hit anything else, because you will lose crew if you hit on the earthquakes. Already other planetary problem. And we are a bit limited in space, so we have to do a few drops here to actually get everything. Some of this stuff is really valuable, so I really want to get it. On the bottom right screen, which I'm actually completely blocking, you can see the dots. I'll need to move my around a little bit. I'll actually do it right now. Where is it? Here. And let's go to side slightly. I don't know how I'm actually going to fit here. I think I should go on the other side of the screen now that I think of it. One moment. Here. Okay. This way I'm blocking less of the screen, because most of the information is on the bottom right of the screen. So maybe it's better this way. And, yeah. And all my overlay things in the way. Dispatch, and let's land on the other end of other end of the... damn it, but it's just moon. Also, it's not super accurate when you land, so you can sometimes get into trouble if you're trying to land directly on stuff, but other times it might be an actual tactic to use. That one thing... Oh, dang it. I'll show it at other time. I forgot to talk about the actual menu. Let's go to the next moon. You can land here probably. Scan, out the scan. More minerals here. And nothing else. Dispatch, let's land here. Oh, actually it shows now. So, on the right side of the screen, on the bottom right, you can see the lander icon and there's green circles below it, 12 of them. That's the health, basically. Health in this game is measured in crew. Every time you get hit, a crew dies based on the weapon damage or the hit damage. And on the left and right side of this little landing ship is the cargo on the left side and the data on the right side. So you can only gather a certain amount before you have to go back to the ship. Here we go, we are full on minerals. If we had any data, we could still gather more of those before we go. So I need to drop the background beat, lower volume. I feel like it's slightly loud, but I'm not sure. It's a bit hard to measure it myself. Let me know if it's bad or if it's good. Okay, let's get the last one. And then let's go back to Earth. Here we go. It even looks like the planet minigame of Mass Effect 2 and 3. Yeah, it does. Navigate. And yeah, I really like the planet exploration in the Mass Effect 1 because, well, it reminded me of this so much. Also, was it Mass Effect 2 which had the Hammerhead thingy, the floating lander in some missions? Or the DLC or something like that. I really liked it because it reminded me of this too. Of the, the shuttle we have in this one. I don't remember the name of the...
Did you find any radioactive elements for our power cores?
The horror tank, yeah. I mean, the horror tank in Mass Effect reminds me of the lander in this one. We are ready to transfer radioactives.
We're initiating transfer of radioactives, Captain. Now, as soon as our engineers can refit the energy cores... There, that's much better. Power ratings are climbing. Life support is coming back into the green. Deep radar systems and sensors are now online.
Really
and I can scan your vessel. What the hell kind of ship is that?
Exactly.
Just who are you, Captain?
Yeah, and I set the dialogue so that it's much louder, but I need to drop it a bit more down, methinks. Maybe it's better now. Let me know. I'm Captain Dedo of the Starship Dirtbox. We are the survivors of the Star Control Science Research Team to the Vela Star System.
Star Control Science Mission, huh? Captain, I served as a Star Control officer during the war aboard several cruisers in the Corward Front. And if there'd been any scientific mission to Vela, I would have heard about it.
That's what he claims. The mission was highly secret.
You know, come to think of it, there were some rumors that Corridor 9, the Special Operations Division of Star Control, was directing some hush-hush operation near Anderson Space.
High, so
the Vela Star System.
More.
Yes, that would be the right direction. So, Captain, if you say it's true, how do you explain that huge alien starship you're flying? And why are you here? What do you want from us?
We have returned to Earth to give you the technological secrets of the precursors and to help you fight the hierarchy.
Fight the Urquan. Win back our freedom. I remember having such thoughts myself once, a long time ago. That was in the first years after the defeat, when it was still terrifying to look up and see the bloody glow of the pulsating slave shield overhead. Though day and night we gazed up at the impenetrable wall as though the sheer power of our hatred would pull it down. But over the years I spent so much of my time struggling, down on the surface, under the shield, and then later up here trying to keep the station alive, that I'd forgotten what it means to be free, to hate our Urquan masters.
So that's the
And now
title
here
drop,
you are,
because this game is
in an
actually
alien
Urquan
ship
Masters.
of unknown power offering me your
It's just
assistance
the
to fight
original
against the
name, basically.
hierarchy again after all these years. Captain, your offer is intriguing. It's tempting to think that with your advanced precursor technology we can somehow crack the Earth's slave shield and reassemble the Alliance to attack the hierarchy. And this time, win the damn war. Consider the consequences if you should fail. The Urquan won't just punish us here on the station, they'll exact a gruesome retribution on the surface below as well. Before I commit this station to helping you attack the Urquan and accepting the risk of annihilation if we are defeated, I have to make sure that you and your ship have what it takes to oppose the hierarchy. I'll make you a deal. If you can eliminate the alien base on the moon and get rid of that threat at least, I will seriously consider your offer.
So basically you came back from deep space with a new ship. Yeah, how the story goes or went is that 20 years ago, humans and, well, the Alliance of the Free Stars was fighting the Urquan hierarchy, and humans sent an expedition to Vela, star system of Vela, and they discovered a spaceship factory from there, basically. And there was enough resources to build one ancient battleship, just a skeleton of it. And now we return to, well, back to Earth. And yeah, no one knows about this ship, no one knows about us, because it was a secret mission to just go to colonize Vela, and it wasn't even planned. On another note, why human always love using name Alliance, whether in fantasy or sci-fi? Yeah, that's a good question. I don't actually know. I have some vague memories that it wasn't actually humans who started the Alliance of Free Stars, but I'm not sure. I think it was... It was... I don't remember the name of them. Karam and Senyesu, maybe? Or possibly Arilo, I don't remember exactly. Or maybe it was humans. I don't remember anymore. Humans were one of my major part of it at least, but yeah, I don't remember exactly. What details can you give us about the base on the moon?
After the Urquan erected the slave shield around the Earth and established this space station, they decided to leave a contingent of combat ships close to the Earth to keep watch on our planet and confirm that they were obeying the Urquan slave laws. I'm certain they're still out there on the surface of the moon because we can pick up a constant stream of alien broadcasts.
We shall go now and neutralize the
Be
base.
careful, Captain. There are probably a dozen Spathi eluders and Ilrath Avengers down there on the lunar surface. I don't know why they haven't come after you yet, but when they do, you'd better have your weapons armed and your thrusters burning hot.
Thrusters burning hot. Also, I have to take a short break. 1 moment. I actually made an overlay for the break, so you can actually see how long I'm going to be away, approximately. So be right back. Alright, I'm back. Hi everyone. So... I had to cough. Alright, so we are supposed to go to the moon. Let's go there first. Then we can actually sell some stuff. Well, not sell, but, you know, bring the resources back to planet. Sorry, not planet, to the station. Scan, auto scan. There's some minerals. There's an energy signal and some biological signals. Let's drop. Let's actually drop to these one. I don't remember if we can actually get data from these. These little things, these are actually friendly also, thanks for the dart. Oh, I think we can. Yeah, we get nothing out of these. Let's not shoot them then. Alright, here we go. Report from surface. Also, I said earlier that most of the stuff is voice acted, but this actually isn't. Headshots. Yes. We have discovered an alien base and have explored its interior. The installation must have been abandoned many years ago, but great care has been taken to make it appear active. Life support systems are functioning, fusion generators are at full output, and robotic controls. Construction vehicles have been programmed to roam the lunar surface, bulldozing moon dust into random piles. In addition, we have found the installation's hyperwave locked in transmit mode, endlessly playing the same alien recording. Although we cannot translate the message, our xenotech ensign Rigby believes the message is some kind of an alert or mayday broadcast. Hello, Will. Welcome. I'm doing fine today. It's a nice day to play some Star Control because we are going to play. I mean, Starfield is coming tomorrow. I'm actually not sure if I'm going to be able to play it because my PC is not here yet. So one moment, let me check if I can change the camera angle a little bit. Okay, now I can look better to this side. So yeah, Starfield is coming tomorrow, so it's a good time to play some Star Control. I guess this is the important one for it. Actually, the camera is quite not right still. Let me check if I can. No? Okay, now it makes sense. One moment. Nope. Okay. So the tracking is a bit weird when it is mirrored. That's again weird. Wait a moment. Okay. Let's see it. Alright. Because I want to look at the camera sometimes too, so it's a bit hard. Okay, so yeah. Well, how are you? How's your day? Nice to have you here. The base is filled with useful materials and equipment. We will scavenge as much as we can and bring it on board. Sorry, immediately. End of report. And swoosh we go. I don't actually want to gather these resources because we have to pay fuel for landing on any planet, and the grey ones are not very expensive. I know for a fact I'm not able to play Starfield, it's way too expensive. Ow. I'm really looking forward to it, honestly. Skyrim in space with spaceships, that's good to me.
Have you dealt with the base yet?
We attacked the moon base and completely destroyed the enemy. No, I don't want to lie to Hayes. We found the base, but it was abandoned years ago.
Darn! All these years we've been listening to their incoherent broadcast, and we never even guessed. Captain, listen closely. Long-range sensors show a ship closing on this station fast. Our computer identifies it as Ilrath, Avenger class. I think you've got a fight on your hands, Captain.
I don't want to fight
your
an
best bet is
Ilrathi.
to wait until you have point-blank range. Captain, it's jamming our signal.
Yeah, Ilrathi are really nice.
By the fetid breath of the Dark Twin Kazan, a human and an alien starship. How fascinating.
All the aliens have unique
When
dialogue
I
and
intercepted that
text and
Erwan
voice.
drone and
I like.
learned that an unidentified starship
And writing
had
style of
approached
the text
Earth,
too.
I never expected to find such a remarkable vehicle in the hands of a human. Humans are prey animals, weak and helpless. But here is a human in an armed starship, and therefore in direct violation of the oath of fealty. I am sure our masters, the Urquan, will punish Earth most severely for this treachery when I present them with the twisted wreckage of your ship and your many charred corpses.
Okay, so in Not-Starfield it's alright, but it looks like a generic sci-fi. Yeah, that's kind of the point. It is NASA punk. Like, it is trying to represent the NASA aesthetics, but as a sci-fi basically. So it is supposed to look like generic sci-fi, and I'm really excited for it because I really like NASA punk. NASA punk is the best. Right, so Ilrati. I hope this ship also, yeah, right. All the species also have their unique background music. I really hope the Ilrati vessel isn't in full health because I haven't saved and you can literally die in this fight. And then you have to start from the beginning. It's not like we have done much, but still. Where the hell did you come from?
Since you will soon be dead, I will gladly explain. We have spent many years gleefully preying on the Pakunk. They are
So
a
we want to get
pitiable,
Punk.
easily killed
Punk.
species.
Punk.
And we would have continued in this divine worship of Dogar and Kazon, but we required additional crew members and repairs to our cloaking device.
Oh, right, you can use your cloaking
we
device. This is going to be
departed the
easy.
constellation
You can
and
still
set
die
course
later.
for home. But before we had reached our region of space, we detected the passage of a nearby vessel, the
Alright.
Erwan drone. It
I need
informed
my
us
notes.
about you, so here we are.
I mean, I need to note that because this game is going to have a lot of cases where you just need to write stuff down. And now we are going to die, as he says. So we can choose our ship. We have our mothership, which is complete garbo at the moment. It's only a one-pet weapon and it doesn't rotate at all. And we have an Earthling cruiser. I hope I don't spawn next to it. I didn't. Good. Take some nukes. So yeah, what can happen sometimes in this first fight is that you spawn next
What
to
a
each other and
beautiful
you're going to
sight,
die
Captain. I
instantly.
haven't seen an Avenger blown away like that since the battle in Draco. I guess you've shown that you can handle yourself in battle, Captain. So my last reservation about helping you has been dissolved. I will commit this station to helping free Earth and defeat the Urquan. We may get our atoms rearranged in the process, but by God, Captain, we're going to try. So the obvious first step is to get the precursor equipment and software over here so that we can make it work with our ship repair fabricators. But then what, Captain?
Then what, Captain? Then, Commander, we proceed to kick some major alien butt. I'm going to go with the smart route, which is... we will slowly build our strength, unify an allied star fleet, and bring the Urquan to their knee equivalence. Equivalence?
A sensible plan, Captain. Let's get to work. Good luck. By the way, Captain, I think we need a name for this new alliance we're going to forge. And since it was your idea, it's only fair that you get the honor of naming it. So, what will it be?
Oh, one moment. Web camera crashed. It's tracking working. It is again. Okay, so yeah. One of the reasons I really want my new PC is I hate how stable all the USB devices are when you have so many of them. No more tail. Oh, I'll give it back. Bump. There we go. I like that too, but I'm afraid it'll like spark a originality. Yeah, it's hard to say what it is actually going to be like. It might be amazing, or it might be just, you know, do the same thing over and over again and hope for the best. We'll see. It seems nice. I'm definitely interested in trying it, at least. Alright, so our options here are New Alliance of the Free Stars, Concordance of the Alien Nations, United Federation of Worlds, or the Empire Ditto. I'm not going to go with that. I'm not going to go with that. I'm going to go with the New Alliance of Free Stars, because Alliance of Free Stars was the original one.
Okay, that sounds pretty inspiring. So be it. The New Alliance of Free Stars. Now, Captain, I expect the configuration process for the starbase to take at least 2 weeks, so let's get to work.
And yes, this game is timed, so every stuff like this is going to be...
I have good news to report, Captain. We have successfully integrated the precursor technology from your ship into our fabricator system, and as you can see, we've already begun minor repairs on your ship, patching up some of the micrometeorite holes. We noticed that your ship does not have an emergency warp escape unit, so our engineers rigged up some for you and each of your escorts. Now, you should be able to escape from a bad situation with the touch of a button. But there is a cost, however. The unit gulps up 5 fuel units each time your precursor ship uses it. Also, we now have a limited capacity to make modifications to your ship, to refine starship fuel, to build additional combat ships, and to train new members of your crew for the flagship and any ships you acquire for your fleet. Captain, I know you're eager to get to work, so I'll be brief. If you have any questions how this starbase works, what resources we need, or just some background information on the galaxy, don't hesitate to ask.
And yeah, don't hesitate to ask. That's kind of the thing about this. The dialogue for Hayes keeps on updating. It just keeps on getting new and new stuff to say. I mean, No Man's Sky had that procedural gimmick. Mass Effect had cute aliens. I mean, aliens cute ones too. Warframe is Warframe. I do hope it has some replay value and not just grinding. Yeah, we'll see. Hard to say. But yeah, it's also not procedural like No Man's Sky. It's kinda regenerated in a way. At least that's what I understand about it. I mean, remember reading about it. So, turn the camera slightly. Okay. So, Hayes, I have some minerals to offload. All of it. This is
not
where
a bad
everything
job,
goes.
Captain.
And yes, he's either happy or he complains about your holes. If you bring too little, he's not too happy about it. And he keeps on pestering you about not finding allies and everything like that. Before proceeding, I need some additional background
Certainly,
information.
Captain. What do you need to know?
Is there anything you actually say? Don't actually need anything
Fine.
here right now.
Is there
I'm going to
anything
go
else you
elsewhere.
need? Farewell, Captain.
Now we can go to the starbase. Actual. Okay. Outfit starship. We need fuel. As much as possible. You can't get fuel anywhere else than here, so you really want to fill up your fuel tanks as much as possible. Module. I think we are fine with just one lander. Dart. Where did it go? I have no idea. If we want to actually fight with this thing, we need turn limit set. It costs 500. Okay. Let's buy 2 of these. And actually... yeah, I think that's fine. And then... where did we get? Was it module? I don't remember all the buttons. Shipyard? Okay, shipyard, yeah. Our crew is maxed out, our crew on the cruiser is maxed out. I want to buy a new ship. Yes, one more cruiser. And fill it with crew, please. This is the best we have at the moment. These are actually really good ships too. Not against all the enemies, but mostly. And let's save before I forget about it. Yep. Alright, now we are free to go anywhere. So, what do we actually want to do first? We could continue exploring, solar system, or we could go elsewhere. Oh wait, right. Completely forgot. Sorry. I need to go meet someone in Pluto. I forgot about it completely. They look like a galactic class stuck together. Cruisers. Yeah, that's what they basically are. This game has a lot of references to Star Trek. Probably more to Star Trek than Star Wars. I think Pluto is this way, but I'm not sure. No, I don't want to go to Uranus. Go out. Ah, here. It's sometimes hard to say from the what pixel is a planet and what is the background. That's fine. Also, I probably should have bought a thruster too, because we're really slow in here. I really wanted to get those burning jets, because that's the only thing that helps you fight. But it wasn't Pluto. I thought it was Pluto. Or maybe it is this one blip you can see, because it's... Oh yeah, alright, it's here. This is why we came here. And yes, we lost some crew. Payday from surface. We have come under fire from an alien vessel we found hiding on the surface of the Pluto. Captain, they killed Kowalski, Fritz, Shin, O'Donnell, Luigi, and all three of the Lieberman triplets. We have returned fire, but our stunner can penetrate the ship's hull armor. No surprises there. We are initiating emergency launch procedures. Procedures? End of transmission. Out we go.
Attention, a big, mean, hostile alien vessel
This is
hovering overhead in an obvious attack posture. This is Spotty Captain Whiffle. I know you are going to torture me, so let's just get this over with right now. The coordinates of my homeworld, Spatiwa, are 241.6 by 368.7, and the ultra-secret Spotty Cipher, which is known only by me and several billion other Spotty, is Huffy, Muffy, Duffy. Sorry about that little mistake with your landing vehicle.
That's why you didn't notice in this game.
I was when it approached my vessel in a threatening manner that my automated defense systems fired on it when it got too close. I hope nobody got hurt.
You killed 7 people at least. But yeah, this is how it... This is Spotty. Well, I miss people. Spotty is the species. These are cowards. But I really like them. They are really good. Honestly, one of the best ships in the game. If you learn to play them. Hi there, friend. We come in peace and mean you no harm.
Are you sure? Because your statement is often just a more polite way of saying, attention alien vessel, identify yourself or be destroyed. In any event, I am Spotty Captain Rico of the void ship Star Runner, placed here in this planetary system as part of the powerful Earth-powered Star Force, which our masters, the Earth-One, established here to make sure the Earthlings don't do anything tricky.
Okay. I need to refresh my notes so that I actually remember what I just wrote down. What are you doing here on Pluto?
About 20 years ago, this region of space was dominated by a loose confederation known as the Alliance of Free Stars, which was composed of the aliens native to these parts who did not want to be enslaved. They made a valiant effort against the superior Urquan forces. It even looked like they might miraculously defeat the combined Urquan armada, right up to the point at which the Urquan totally defeated, indeed annihilated them.
Buffaloes sounds good. I want the buffaloes. So what are you doing here in Pluto? Sorry, what are you doing
When the
here with
Orquan Armada entered the system to subjugate formerly the Earthlings, the Orquan presented the humans with the standard slave options. Join the hierarchy as combat brawls and retain some autonomy, including the right to travel through space, or become a fellow species and return to free atomic savagery on the surface of their homeworld, encased for all time beneath an impenetrable force shield. The humans chose the latter option, and so were swiftly imprisoned on the surface of Earth. But the Earthman didn't trust them to obey the restrictions, so they chose a small group of hierarchy combat starships from the Inlet and Titan fleets to create the so-called Earth Guard and station them at a base on Earth's moon.
And yes, he still didn't answer why is he here. Tell me what you are doing on Pluto now.
Originally, we were stationed on Earth's moon, which made us Spatty a bit uneasy because with each passing day we grew more and more worried about the sneaky Earthlings making a surprise attack. So the Inuit kept telling us that it was impossible since the Earthlings had no ships or weapons whatsoever. That made us feel a bit better, but when the Ilrath left, again we grew fearful and decided to make a strategic redeployment to Mars. Later on we decided it would be prudent to relocate to Jupiter's moon, Ganymede, then later Saturn's moon, Titan, and finally here to Pluto.
Pluto. What happened to the Ilrathi station in this system?
The Ilrath contingent were supposed to be the toughest ridge crest, the most rigid flipper, yes, the backbone of the Earth Guard force. But they departed the system en masse not long after the last Earthman dreadnought vanished from this region of space. They claimed to have received a direct order from their gods of evil and darkness, who had grown dissatisfied with the Ilrath's passivity and wanted them to kill or at least torture someone soon. Personally, I believe they just got bored and went off to have some fun.
What is happening on the base on Luna then?
We decided that if the Earthlings figured out we had abandoned the base on Luna, they would be more likely to try something sneaky. So, we rigged up some old service androids and ordered them to drive around on the lunar surface in bulldozers, endlessly pushing around the same piles of dirt. In addition, we connected the base's local radio transmitter to an audio Melnorme fun rum called Winky's Happy Night, hoping they would think we were still there.
Winky's Happy Night. What happens to the other Spanish ships?
Over the past years, it became necessary to redeploy strategically some of our Earth Guard forces to our homeworld in case of a sudden surprise attack by a vicious, unrelenting alien race which we Spotty call the Ultimate Evil!
Or what is this? Okay, let's ask it. Oh wait, no, let's ask this one first. How many crew do you have aboard?
Dozens, that is to say scores and perhaps even hundreds of my brethren stride through the corridors of this specially modified, super efficient, mass destruction-oriented starship, which could lay siege to an entire planetary system should we choose to do so. Which, fortunately for you, we have decided not to do today.
Hundreds, come on.
I am undone. You are far too clever for a poor stuffy like me, and now I must submit to your superior alien intellect. I guess I am not revealing any truly important secrets if I tell you that each of my species' lunar-class void ships typically holds 30 stuffy crewmen, though at present my vessel, the Star Runner, is not up to full complement due to the needs of my homeworld in their resistance against the Ultimate Evil. And in fact, my vessel is somewhat understaffed right now, seeing as how I am the only spotter on board, which is a bit frightening, as I am sure you can understand.
The galaxy teams with returning monsters. Are you happy here, alone and vulnerable? Vulnerable.
How true, Captain, how true! In truth, just between us, during the past 7 years, I have been quite ill at ease, yet now I find myself enjoying your company. this witty dialogue and the presence of your huge, powerful, death-dealing starship, which, being my friend, you would certainly feel compelled to use in order to save me from any hostile life forms who threatened me with death.
When do you expect the Ilbrath to return?
Well, when they were pushing up into hyperspace 18 years ago,
Do you know it was 20 years ago when this all started? Or ended, rather?
Real soon.
So they left 2 years for being assigned to guard the Earth. Or what is this ultimate evil?
As yet, the ultimate evil remains largely unmanifest, and its powers and exact intentions are still a bit obscure, since it lurks just outside the range of even the most sensitive long-range detectors, which we feel gives conclusive evidence as to the ultimate evil's nefarious intent.
Why are you still here, Captain Wefo?
Since it was our most powerful and unforgiving master, the Orkwan, who stationed us here, we knew it would be grossly stupid to disobey them completely, but we decided it would be okay to send just one ship home. We used one of our most ancient and solemn rituals, Poon Taffy, to pick the lucky ship. Then, some months later, we decided that it wouldn't really hurt if we sent one more ship home. And then later we sent another, and then another. Well, you get the idea. Alas, as fate would have it, when the final ritual was performed, I, Barriffo, was left here alone. For, as even the most immature in wrestling knows, there must always be one spotter who puts the short top first.
Where are the Urguan now? Kinda know.
Our masters
I
don't
know.
really keep us very well informed about their goings-on, so that all we know is that immediately after the subjugation of the last Alliance race, the Yahat, I think, the Earthborn gathered their dreadnoughts
I like
and
Yacht,
departed for the
yeah.
edge of the galaxy, commanding us to obey the slave laws or face their wrath when they returned.
Do you know anything about other alien races?
We only know bits and pieces of what happened to each race. For
Okay.
instance, when defeated, the
Note that.
Yahat joined the hierarchy
Just in
as
case.
combat thralls, while the Cyrene chose to be slave-shielded on a planet in the Bug Squirt star system. No, that's not right. I forget its
Alright.
name. Anyway,
It's a
where was
Bug
I?
Squirt.
Oh yes, the Shafixti. They were utterly wiped out in a gigantic blaze
Squirt.
of glory.
Need to write it down just in case, because, yeah, everything that he says is important, basically. Well, actually, everything everyone says is important to some way. What do you mean, Blaze of Glory? What happened to the Sophisti?
The Shofixti were half Thiral, as you know, having been uplifted by the Yahat just a few decades before the start of the war. Given their habit of detonating those suicidal so-called glory devices in combat, it came as no particular surprise to me when, upon the arrival of the Orkwan Primary Task Force at their homeworld, the Shofixti caused their sun to explode in a colossal supernova, destroying the entire planetary system, and not incidentally dozens of Urquan dreadnoughts.
I didn't really know why. What is that? Yeah. What about yourself, people? I'm not sure if this actually repeats.
You mean me, personally?
it's unique.
Nice
Okay.
of you to ask. I was born a poor green incrusting, the youngest child of a family of 18,487. My male parent had to work hard to support us, very hard, but each of my brothers and sisters and I tried to help out to make ends meet. The female parent was kind and sweet to all of us. Why, she once even called me by name. She said, "Forever, forever, would you please answer the door? I'll put someone's there." What a treat, a golden memory. I swiftly matured into a fine example of my species with my parents' assistance. Achieved independence. Specifically, they pried me from the door jam and rolled me into the street. Thus prepared, I set out to make my fortune. I had great dreams in those days. Yes, great dreams. I knew that someday I would be vastly rich, wealthy enough to afford a large, well-fortified mansion. Surrounding my mansion would be vast tracts of land through which I could slide at any time I wished. Of course, one can never be too sure that there aren't monsters hiding just behind the next bush, so I would plant trees to climb at regular, easy-to-reach intervals. And being a spotty of the world, I would know that some monsters climb trees, though often not well, so I would have my servants place in each tree a
so much
basket of
dialogue
correct
sometimes.
stones. Not too
It's
heavy,
random
not
dialogue.
too light, just the right size for throwing at monsters. I was thinking about what color the stones would be painted. Aqua, mauve, or magenta. When I got a trouble, cart came careening down the street outside my house. I knocked me unconscious. When I awoke, I was aboard the void ship Star Runner, headed for Earth. Apparently, I had been out of my head for quite some time after the accident, and with the assistance of some kind strangers, had been relieved of my funds and convinced to join the Navy, where I have been unpleasantly employed for the last 25 years.
Yeah. They stole him off the streets and forced him to join the Navy. I'm sure you'd feel a lot safer if you were to come with us. Come on, Vipo, join our fleet.
Happy days and
Happy days and
jubilation!
jubilation.
I discard all prejudice and hesitations and accept and celebrate your offer of protection and your undying commitment to my well-being. I must wax melancholy for just a moment, though, and make sure you understand that any other spaceships we meet at large in the galaxy are not going to be quite so responsive to your friendly gestures as myself, since they bear more heavily the yoke of Urquan enslavement and are also apt to talk themselves out of allying with a totally unknown alien, which I, having been left here alone, cannot do. Welcome me aboard, Captain.
Welcome me aboard, Captain. Welcome aboard, Vipo. Okay. That's Vipo. Save. I can save on the same spot. First of all, navigate. We need to get some more crew because Vipo's ship needs some. And then we can actually go to hyperspace. Finally. Fly forward slowly. Oh, excellent. I'm thinking about it. Let's go to Mercury. I want to check if I can get some resources on the way. Is there some expensive stuff on Mercury? Weird aliens, I'm glad they look weird. Yeah, some of the aliens are a bit weird. But also all the aliens are kinda one-sided in a way. They have a gimmick and they just follow the gimmick, but it's fine. There's also some stuff that is a bit aged for today's, but that's fine. Scan, elder scan, minerals. No energy, no biological. There's tectonics 3, so this is going to be horrible. I want to get these orange ones here. If possible. Okay. I don't want these, I want the red one here. And I want the gold, I think. Dang it. Oh, it's silver. It doesn't matter, it's expensive, it's fine. Oh, we are actually full. Oops, I didn't do this. Let's land closer to these this time. Okay. It's actually pretty safe here. This is not as bad as it could be. Some planets are going to be really bad in this game. Navigate. Now let's go to Earth and get some more crew, and then we leave. And we finally leave. We've spent 1 hour in Sol. Talking to things. Okay, let's get closer to Earth. Actually, I don't know if we get enough resources, but if we do, I'd really like to get some thrusters on this ship. Gives us more speed. We are still pretty low at rotating, but it's better than it was before. Starbase Commander.
I'm at your disposal, Captain.
Minerals to offload. Now he's probably going to complain.
The more minerals you bring us, Captain, the faster we'll be able to tackle the Urquan.
Somewhat complaining, not too much.
Certainly, Captain. What do you need to know?
No.
fine.
That's fine.
Is there anything else you need?
I'll talk about those later, but
Return
there's so much
soon,
to talk
Captain.
about that I want to actually do something else too. Well, I'm off. Take a little nap. Haha. Have a good nap, Guacamole. Thanks for coming. Have fun. Shipyard. Crew. Before need some friends. 29 of them. There we go. And I need some crew too, because we've killed some of our crew. Let's see. Exit menu. Outfit ship. Starship. Yeah, 1,000 left. Can we install anything useful? Yeah, I want to get a storage bay. I want to put it next to the other one. We still have 500. Let's get one more thruster. We can fly a little bit faster. Then we can buy some fuel, and now we're out of resources completely. That's fine. Okay, save game. Yep. Okay, navigate. So let's check the star map. Alright, we actually see where the spotty are, because before told us that we want to go to location 241. It's on the top right. I mean top of the what is it? Middle top of the screen. And then the other number was 368. 368. 241.6. 368.7. Epsilon Cruise. This is where we want to go. We want to meet the Splatty High Council, or whatever it was called as. That's what we need to do in this game, is get some allies. And that's the first easy one to get. And they give some extra information. They kinda... Everyone you meet kinda gives you some extra information or points you to a new direction to go into. Also, this music is really good. I really like this. This is great. And this is hyperspace. It's many ways very similar to how it's in Star Sector. Like with the floating and the planets are kinda appearing as holes in space. But like, that's stuff like that, you know? Yeah, we are really slow because we don't really have too much equipment on the ship yet, but that's fine. At least we can enjoy the music. While I'm talking about over it, because I can stay silent for some reason. And yeah, we want to check other systems too, but I want to get some allies first. We can explore the Spotty's sphere of influence once we have talked to their leaders first. And you can see on the map there's a black cliff now. It's another fleet or ship. It's probably because we are in the Spotty. Also, it's too fast, so it's probably the problem. Oh, it's Spotty. Nice. Converse.
Surprise and terror! I am greeted by the smooth and hostile face of our old enemy, the Hootman. No, the huge clans? No, I remember. The Hoonams.
Hoonams. Man, you look weird. All those claws at your gooey eyeball, yuck. We are on a peaceful mission through the cosmos.
Two aspects of your last statement defy the course of nature as I know it. First,
I guess they have same voice
as you call
before.
it, is an illusion. If you have peace, you simply haven't yet seen the thing that's trying to kill you. Second, peaceful missions through the cosmos rarely require weapons large enough to punch holes through a small moon.
It's holes through a small moon. That's fine. Let me be frank, we seek allies. Allies. Wait. Can you tell us of your
We
species?
can best be described as metamollusks, possessing the best qualities of both the clam and the dravat. which is not native to your world. We are intelligent and clever, though you would never call us cunning. Each day when we awaken, we call forth the traditional Spaffy prayer.
Please don't kill
Oh
us.
God, please don't let me die today. Tomorrow would be so much better.
But what do you really want out of this great mystery called life?
I want to live forever with no pain whatsoever, owning vast personal property plus a company of nubiles. If this is in your power to give, I beg of you to do so.
This is in your power to give, please do so. Let me be frank, we seek allies. Under the circumstances, I think it would be best if you allied with Earth immediately.
In case you have not
Be nice.
forgotten, we are bonded to the Urquan as slaves. The punishment for the plan you propose can be described as death.
That brings up a good point. If you are such a coward, why do you fight for the Urguan? So my voice is going 1 moment. Okay. That brings up a good... Oh, I read it already. That's how good my memory is sometimes.
This is a sad tale, so do not even try to contain your tears.
Do not even
After
try
the
to contain your
Orphan
tears.
demolished the Ilrat, they turned the force of their armada against us Spaffy. The term rapidly subjugated would best describe what happened next. When the Urquan arrived at Spaffiwa, there was a great ceremony. Part of that ceremony involved blasting portions of our planet's surface into radioactive
Ceremony.
dust, and this part we did not enjoy. But the worst was yet to come. Our leaders were called into the command chamber of Urquan Lord One's dreadnought, where they were read a long and complicated document explaining the choices given new slaves. When our leaders heard the term forever encased and impenetrable shield, they grew overexcited, I'm afraid, and made a fatal error. The decision was to be transmitted to the Urquan via one of two rods, one colored black, the other white. Our leader handed the white rod to one of the Urquan's servants, signifying fallow slavery. But the servant somehow exchanged rods and handed the Urquan lord a black rod, indicating our desire to become fighting slaves.
This is
By
actually
the time
related
we
to the
learned
game
of the
too.
switch, it was too late. The Urquan would not permit a change in status. Following that most tragic day, we were forced to assume the role of an Urquan Star Thug. We tried to avoid combat, but the Urquan gave us 3 warnings, each more strident than the last. When we learned that there would be no 4th warning, simply annihilation, we attended to our new role with improved vigor. Oh, and perhaps you have already guessed, the Urquan's servant who made the switch was an Umga.
Yes, you are going to meet Umka too. Because everything they say is something you can actually do, or encounter later on. Under the circumstances, I think it would be best if you allied with Earth immediately. Immediately? That's a hard word
Sure,
for some reason.
consider it done. Allies to the bitter end. Not
We leave as we came, in peace.
Look, can we keep this as a secret between the two of us? It's really rather embarrassing.
And we are going to run into another ship. I hope this is also Spatty instead of the drone. It's a Spatty. Good.
Hello, Hunam. What would you like to threaten me about today?
We leave as we came, in peace.
Look,
Thanks.
can we keep this as a secret between the
Yes,
two of
we
us?
can keep it
It's
as a
really
secret.
rather embarrassing.
Yes, Spatty, we can keep it as a secret. Let's continue flying. Okay, 1 moment, I'll be right back. Pause, be right back. Alright, I'm back. Let's continue for a short while. I'm not going to be too long streaming today because I'm going to be a bit busy later, sadly. At least we can get the spotlight on our side, that would be nice. Stream goals. Get the spotty to come out of their shell. Not shell. I think they're rather hard shelled actually, but yeah. Shell anyway. Oh, someone called us. Hope it's not. Okay, it's spotty. That's nice. Let's converse.
Hello, Hunam. What would you like to threaten me about today?
Nothing today, thank you. We leave as we came in
Look,
peace.
can we keep this as a secret between the two of us? It's really rather embarrassing.
Yeah, because they're supposed to actually fight us. But there are two cowards to do it. I think this is it. Yep, here we are in the Spotty homeworld. Well, home system. Homeworld is nearby. And getting closer. Yeah, those fleets are probably going to chase after us, but it doesn't matter because they're not going to do anything about it, honestly. If I remember right, we actually want to go to the moon. Hello, Spotty.
Hello,
Converse.
Hunam. What would you like to threaten
Yes,
me
they
about
repeat
today?
dialogue quite a bit sometimes. We leave as we came in peace, thank
Look,
you.
can we keep this as a...
Alright, yeah, we can skip dialogue too. I just didn't want to earlier because I like their dialogue. I think this is their homeworld. Their ships are actually guarding something else. Yep, this is the homeworld. You can see it because it has an infinite number of enemies here.
What is the secret cipher?
Coffee, Muffy, coffee.
We are the faith ones, the Spotty High Council. You have given us the correct cipher, and so you will not be destroyed immediately. Now, if you please,
Safe
tell us
ones.
how you acquired our most secret Spotty cipher, which every Spotty swears never, never to reveal, even when threatened with considerable pain.
We didn't even have to trade for it. We met a Spotty on Pluto. Oh, we became good friends.
And just where is this Spotty friend now? Never mind. The answer is all too obvious in your tiny, dry eyes.
We have Vivo on board. He can vouch for our good intentions.
If you held a weapon to Whipple's head, he would say anything you wanted him to say. In fact, if you held a vegetable to his head, he would probably say anything you wanted him to say.
That's not wrong. We come in peace and with goodwill.
No doubt.
We offer our hand in friendship. Join us and our many allies.
We are too afraid of the Urquans to consider such an alliance. They would most certainly punish us with extreme tortures.
Probably. We are stronger than the Arguan. What a lie. We are not stronger than the Arguan, not even stronger than one of their ships. You are better off with us.
Hello? Hello? Awaken from your dreamy state, Hunam. Now is the time for realism, not wild fancy.
Yes, we are strong enough. Look at our precursor vessel. Is it not unique?
Yes, your vessel is unique. And here is the crux of the problem. A unique, meaning singular, starship is not equal to the task of destroying the entire Urquan armada. If you had, say, 10,000 similar starships, we could take your boasts more seriously.
Look, what do I have to do to prove this to you? Destroy your entire Starfleet?
Well, that would probably work, but I have a better idea. A test. One of those questy kind of things.
Okay, to prove our strength and bravery, we will perform this test without even knowing what it is.
Your behavior makes clear the very slight distinction between bravery and suicidal stupidity.
Not wrong. Why don't you do it now? Well, what kind of test do you have in mind?
You must wipe the evil ones from the face of Spatiwa.
Why don't you do it? It's like this answer was repeated earlier too with Swifo. Why don't you do it?
Firstly, we have an unreasoning fear that the evil ones will devour us all painfully. Secondly, in the rare cases where we have overcome our fear and ventured to Spatiwa's surface, the Spati who landed were all devoured painfully.
Tell me about these evil
Let
ones.
us explain the sad history of our species.
Story time.
Once upon a time, many thousands of years ago, we inhabited the warm, safe surface of our home planet, Spatiwa. We were happy and content. During those golden centuries, we evolved from a primitive nomadic culture into a complex agrarian society. We learned to write on clay tablets, and we were well on to being able to read those tablets when the darkness fell upon us, when the evil ones came. Creatures from the darkest pits of hell they were. They hunted our people, devoured them like tasty nodules, and we had no defense against them. Suddenly, our culture became once more nomadic. We fled across the oceans from continent to continent, but the evil ones always followed. Spurred by our great need, we advanced from bronze to atomic technology in less than one of your centuries. But none of our innovations was a match for the evil ones' natural cunning and ferocity. Finally, with no other option available, we fled our world and took up residence here on our own moon, where we have resided most uncomfortably for the last 300 years.
Hey, I accept. Start packing your bags, eyeball dudes. You'll be home in no time.
We will await your return with great anticipation. Simultaneously, we will prepare a short, poignant eulogy to mourn your demise.
Thank you, Spatty. It's very nice of you. Go to their homeworld. And let's clear out the evil ones. Horrible evil ones. There's no minerals here. There's no energy here. There's some biological data here. Why is this actually red? That's weird. These are the evil ones. Missed. Yeah, there is one hit. They are huge though, but still. Spatty are afraid of these. Also, these basically give you no data either. Just completely harmless aliens. You lose health if you collide with them, but that's... Oh, yeah. We lost one group by hitting it. It's because I was bad. Not because it was actually a danger. Just keep on removing these. To save the Spatty species. Oh, we're actually going to get almost full load from this, I think. Maybe these are smaller than they look. I just think there's no data in them. There's nothing to see. 2 more remaining. Oh, and 1 more. Swoof. I somehow flew past the data too. Also, let's get this one. Doesn't matter, it's not worth much, but still. Some lead of all things. Okay, navigate. Let's go talk to the Spatty leaders. Do their weird quest.
How go your foolishly courageous and noble efforts to rid the evil ones from our beloved
The evil
Spatiwa?
ones. Although we lost many crew, 1 person, we have eliminated the skirts, I think it was.
This is wonderful. Too good to be true. We will immediately begin transporting Spatty from this unpleasant moon down to the safe surface. We shall send in crustlings and the infirm elderly first as a special honor. Please come back later to receive your accolades.
I don't remember if we actually have to come later or if we can just go to their homeworld now. I mean their real homeworld. I didn't need to talk to you. Goodbye,
Goodbye
Spatty.
to the
Oh, they are not here yet. Yep, there's nothing here. Okay, so we actually have to come here later. I don't think it takes them too long, but let's go elsewhere. Star map. Let's see. Don't have too much fuel left, but we can still explore something on the way down. Let's go to Edda Illuminati, for example. Get possibly some loot from there while we are heading back to home.
No, weapons officer! Don't fire! It's the human again, you idiot! What? The view screen? What are you? Oh. Hello, friend human! How are you? We are just fine, real swell. No problems at all, just fine, no problems at all. Goodbye, human.
I didn't realize they have some random dialogue too. Maybe it's just changed because we visited their homeworld, I'm not sure. It was still funny. Continue flying up. And second. Okay. Alright. Back to the good music. Maybe the spotty music is also good also. Why are you so fast? Please be a spotty.
No, weapons officer! Don't fight! Goodbye!
Weapons officer. Oh. Space travel music. Okay, here we are. Spotty are defending these planets quite intensively. It doesn't actually mean anything, but they're just protecting them. Probably afraid of something going to happen here.
Goodbye!
Okay, thanks, Spotty. Let's continue. Here we go. So, what's in here? Okay, the Illuminati. Gun. Better tree, Technics tree. This is a horrible place. There's some greens here. Let's see how safe this place actually is. Let's land as close as we can. Medium. Oh, right. Better tree. Ow, we lost 2 people. Okay, I guess. Let's get this. And let's get the last one. We are going to lose some, but it's fine. Wrong button. At least we didn't lose anything important. And by some I mean we didn't have enough space to... Sorry, voice is going. I didn't have enough space to actually get all the loot from there, but otherwise fine. Okay, what is this system? Not system, I mean planet. They're really circling around the gas giant also. I flew past it. I'll take it. I'll just go here first then. Scan some minerals, nothing expensive. Also Tectonics 4, I don't want to go here. Thanks. 3 is like maybe somewhat bearable, but 4 is horrible. If I remember right. These are all grays. That's something we want to get. Navigate. The problem with grays is I think gray was maybe I think red was the worst one. Oh, wait, no. Wrong button, cargo. Okay, so red is the worst. Sorry, not worst, but actually gray is 3 points. Light blue is 1 each, so this is something we never want to take. Red is something that we really don't want to take either, but the only reason to take red is because it's sometimes hard to identify between the red and the radioactive orange. Gray is actually alright, so maybe we want to get the gray next time. It's not really that critical. It's easy to run out of space when you really start to explore these places. Anything here? I think that is the cheapest one. Cargo. Yeah. This is a trash planet. Let's go. Working.
No,
Hit by Spuddy
Goodbye.
again. Thanks, Spuddy. Bye. And then let's go see the gas giants. I don't think we can land here. Nothing here. Okay. Navigate. Star map. Let's go to the big red one, Alpha Illuminati. I don't know if I have enough time to actually explore it, but we'll see. Maybe. I'm waiting on my food. That's why I said it. But yeah, I like this game. It's really relaxing, because when you start encountering all the annoying things in one go. Surprisingly, we haven't actually run into any of the probes thus far, which is kinda surprising.
No,
Yes,
what?
nice, Spuddy.
Goodbye.
Thanks, Spuddy. Goodbye. I'll take Spuddy anytime. Alright, the big one. This is actually a really big one. Let's save. Yep. Navigate. Yeah, there's no way to actually explore this place. I don't have enough time. There's way too many planets here. Let's just land here before I go. The big red planet. Well, bigish, reddish, planetish place. What is this? Electronics class 8. There's no way to land here. Did you? Yeah, I'm afraid I have to go. It was fun to play this for the longest time. Star Sector, sorry, not Star Sector. Starfield comes out pretty soon, so we'll probably continue this at some time later in the future. I just wanted to play this before, well, you know, Starfield comes out, so that I have something to compare to. Yeah, I really like this game, so thanks for coming, everyone, and see you tomorrow. Maybe with Starfield. I probably don't have my computer yet, and it's probably going to take me forever to actually build it up, so we'll see. Thanks for coming, everyone, and I'll see you tomorrow, either with Starfield or something else. Who knows? Bye-bye. See you tomorrow. Bye. I've opened up. Bye-bye, I've opened up.